Okay, so it's this one. It's like a 5 dots. It's called Spark View. So if you click on that, okay, I'm gonna get rid of. You should be seeing this page. Yeah, download it, and then you should be able to see this page. Are we on this page? Oh. Yeah, if you have a tablet or if you have a laptop, I think there's a 60-day free trial for the SparkView app for the laptop. For the phone, it's always free. For the laptop, they charge, but they have a 60 days free trial period. You can take advantage of that period. And it looks larger, looks better on laptop.
How much is it? Can I just buy it?
It's not worth it. Don't buy.
It's too sad. Too sorry. That's really too sorry. That's really, really sad. You don't want to buy it.
All right. So I'm gonna show you how to connect to the card and how to make the card to draw the graph. So you choose build new experiment and choose the first one here. I use the first layout and also use the first option here to do the graph. Okay. Now see the Bluetooth button here. So once you turn it on, you see the Bluetooth button is also blinking there. Then you can connect to the card by clicking on the Bluetooth button here. We'll be working with 8 or 9 smart cards in total as a class, so you may be seeing multiple cards here. Make sure you're connecting to your own card, right? Like this one is 266656, which matches my number here, and I only have one option here, right? But if you see like a blue card, right, and they have different number, right, you need to be careful because it has happened before, right? People connect to the wrong card. They're not doing anything, but their graph is like, right, going crazy, and they don't understand. It's because of this, right? Okay, now, you need to press the card here, and it will also show you how much battery is left on the card, right? So, like right now, I forgot to charge it. That's why there's not much battery on it. But hopefully it will be enough for this demo. Okay, now you can select your measurement. If you click on that, you have position, velocity, acceleration, force, and you have acceleration in all 3 dimensions. But for this lab, you only need the first 3, right? Position, velocity, acceleration. And you can choose any to display. For example, choose position. You are displaying position, but velocity, acceleration graph are also graphed at the backstage, sort of. So later you can pull that out as well. Okay. Okay. Now I'll show you a few things before we start the trial. Position here, you can always zero your position. Click on that. You can zero the sensor. For this lab, I don't care about initial position. As long as the shape match, you don't have to start from 0 or start from anywhere. But normally I zero position here. For the period, the default one is 20 Hertz. What does 20 Hertz mean? How many data it collects in 1 second? 20, right? It collects 20 data in 1 second. So if you want your graph to look more smooth, should you make the number bigger or smaller? If you want the graph to be more smooth, bigger, right? If you want to see the individual dots, you want to make it more discrete, you can decrease it, right? But the default one is 20 Hertz. You decide if you like it or not. You can change it by clicking on it. You can change it to any sample rate. Okay. All right. And the next, there's a lag between my phone and the screen here. It's very slow. 1 second. Go away. It's not going away.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, it's for to record voices.
Okay, now it's going away. Oh, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to do the graph. It's actually very easy. You get a track, right? You can do all the graphs along this track, right? Just control the speed in a way, right? That this is possible just using this track. By the way, you have the magnets here, right? You have magnets here, so they will repel each other, which acts like a buffer, right? And then you can also launch it. Then you can launch it, right? So it has a few cool features you can play around with. Let's do one graph. So what you do is you press start. You press start. And then you can just, for example, let's say this is our graph, go back and forth. And then once you finish, press stop. Okay, so here's the graph. What graph is this? Position, velocity, or acceleration? Position, right? The position here. But you can also choose to display velocity. So click on velocity. This is the corresponding velocity time graph, right? And this is the acceleration time graph. Right? Okay. Let's go back to position time graph. And I'll show you a few tools you can use, right? If you click, you just tap on any point on the graph, right? Like I just use finger and tap a point on the graph. And then if you click on this option, it'll give you the coordinate. Right? It'll give you the coordinate 2.9 seconds, 0.171 meters. That's the position, right? You can also move this point, right, anywhere you want. It'll give you the coordinate along the graph, right? Any points you want to know the coordinate of on the graph, you can use this tool. And you see this tangent line sort of icon here. It'll give you the tangent line, right? Which means the instantaneous velocity on a position time graph. So for example, right? Can you even tell there's a small black line here? Right? They drew the tangent line for you. Then they calculate the slope. In this case, it's 0.2571. And if you want to see another point, just move it. Right? See, it plots the tangent line for you, and then it'll tell you the slope of the tangent line, which is the instantaneous velocity. Right? But we're not using that really in this lab, but maybe in the future. Right? Just to let you know about this tool. And there's a best fit line tool here, right? It'll give you the best fit line here. There's another really powerful statistics tool, which is the sigma here. So if you click on sigma here, you have many neat statistics: minimum, maximum, mean, standard deviation, count, area. So I want to briefly talk about area. If you want to get, for example, the area under a PT graph, right, or under a VT graph, let's say, what you can do is, first of all, you use the select. Oh, it's not going. I'm trying to. Or use the selection tool here, right? Because you may not want to get the area of the entire graph, right? You may want to get the section of the graph. For example, just between, let's say, 5 to 6 seconds, right? So I'm going to delete these first. Let's say I want to get the area between 5 to 6 seconds of the graph. Say, roughly 5 to, okay, you said 5 to 6 seconds. Right, you see I select the graph that's between 5 and 6. And then you select sigma here, area, okay. See, it does the area for you. Even it's a curved graph. Oh, I didn't include the top one. You can even see a grayed out area, right? It even draw the area, shade the area for you, and they calculate the area for you using calculus. You don't need to do it yourself. It does calculus for you. You need calculus to calculate the area for curved graph, right? So it does this job for you, right? So pretty neat feature. You may need to use it in the future, not for this one, but in the future we'll be working with smart card as well. Okay. All right, and then if you want to change the scale of your graph, like sort of make it look smaller or bigger, you can choose this button, right? Make it. It's already changed on my phone. There's a lag, right? Something like this. You can change it. And this is a annotation button. You can use it to annotate the graph. You may be able to use this for this lab because your graph may not match this exactly, right? Maybe only part of your graph match it. So I made a video explaining the lab in details. You need to watch that video. I'm going to send you the link to the video later. The video explains, right, you may need to circle the part of the graph that match my graph here, like the part of your graph that match my graph here. And you can use this annotation tool, right? So this the pencil here, right? You can, okay, you say, okay, this part match graph number 6, right? And you have to explain the motion of the card during this this part, right? Because initially you may have to accelerate it, right? At the end you may have to stop it, which may not be the case with what I'm asking you to do, right? So only part of your graph will be able to match my graph there, and then you just need to circle that part or rectangle that part, and then explain the motion of the card during that part of the graph. Okay? And then a few other things you may want to know is if you click on this wrench button here, right? You can manage your runs. You may have multiple runs, right? For example, let's say you click start again. Let's say I do another trial. You see you now have 2 trials, right? And you can choose to display any of it or both of it, right? One second. Okay, not showing properly. See, now I'm displaying both, right? You can choose to display one or none of them. But you can also, if you click on the wrench button here, you can manage runs. You can delete any of the runs you want, right? Last run, you can delete all runs if you want to start all over, right? So those are some of the features you may need. Yeah. What else? The last one is this. If you click on this button here, I recommend you to save the lab, right? Save the entire lab. So if you click on save, right? You are able to give it a name, whatever name, right? Then you're able to save it. I believe the extension is .spark view or something like that. Then you are able to share it with your team member, okay? Or you can always come back to it if you save the data, right? So I recommend you to save your data for this lab, and then you can take a screenshot of it, okay? And then later copy paste it to Word document. Yeah. So I have recorded what I just explained. I will give you that video.